It is Q&A time, and today I'm going to be answering your skincare questions. A few weeks ago, I asked you guys on my community tab if you were interested in this type of video, and a lot of you said yes. So it's been a long time since I've shared a Q&A, so we are due, and if you love this type of content, please let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up and also by letting me know in the comments below. I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can, but if I don't answer them all, I can always address more in a part 2, and then of course I can reopen up my comment section, so if you have any additional questions that you would like to ask, then of course you can do it then. But in the meantime, let's answer that first question. So the first question is, what non-surgical things have you tried and recommend? Botox, fillers, lasers, microneedling, etc. You are so lovely to watch. Thank you for your videos. Thank you. That is really sweet of you. So honestly, I haven't done a lot. I haven't been too adventurous, to be honest with you. I have never had Botox, nor have I ever had filler. And I get a lot of people accusing me of having these things, and I don't have a problem with Botox and filler. If people want to get that done, honestly, do whatever you want to do, especially if it makes you happy. I just don't feel like I need it right now, but down the road, perhaps I might get Botox and filler. I haven't decided. I just don't feel like I need it. I'm content with how everything looks at the moment. So I've never had Botox or filler. I've done microneedling at home. I actually have the Beauty Bio microneedling device. I actually have that. I'm not too consistent with it. I will be honest with you. I don't use it enough. I used to use it maybe 2 to 3 times per week, and then I dropped down to like 1 day a week, and sometimes I just forget or I'm lazy, to be honest with you. But I have microneedled, and I've had IPL done as well. So the Lumeka laser. I've actually uploaded 2 videos on my channel sharing my experience. So the very first video, I actually brought you guys in the office and I showed you what the procedure looks like, and you get to see how it's performed on my skin. I did show some before and afters as well, and then I did a follow-up video in the second video. So I will leave those videos below for you as well as up here if you're interested in that. I do have the New Face microcurrent device. I love that. I use that a few times per week, which lifts and contours your facial muscles. I am a big believer in that. And I also have a LED light therapy mask that I like to use at home as well several times a week, which I've done a video on that also. So I will leave those videos below for you. I will also leave the LED light therapy mask that I use, the New Face device that I use below for you as well. But I do recommend IPL. That really is a great treatment to do if you have discoloration. So let's say you have dark spots, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It's a really great treatment to do to brighten and fade these areas a lot quicker than just using regular products at home. So I really did have a good experience. I could probably go again for another treatment just to address some areas that were not exactly lifted, like areas that didn't exactly fade. I probably could go back and do that, but right now I'm actually content with everything, so I might consider that in the near future. I've done microdermabrasion, especially in office. I didn't do that myself. I had a professional do it, but other than that, like, that's all I've done. So I guess you can say that I'm not too adventurous, but I feel like I want to be. Like, I want to start looking into more treatments just to improve the tone, and of course just try and strive for that even skin tone, because I do have a little bit of discoloration. I do have some redness, so I'm always looking for ways to improve that. So I will always share my treatments and experiences in the future as I get things done. I always like to bring you with me and share what I'm exactly doing. And if I ever decide to get Botox or filler, I will let you guys know. I don't have a problem sharing that with you guys. I get a lot of people that just randomly come to my channel and just leave like one nasty comment and then they leave, and I've never heard from them again. They will say that my face doesn't have movement, everything is frozen. To be honest with you, I talk with no expression. Like that's just how I talk. I'm not too expressive with my forehead. Of course, if I'm crying and laughing, yes, I look terrible. Like I'm crunching my face. I have all those lines that show, but generally when I'm talking like this, I don't have expressions to my face. So most people think that I've had Botox. So hey, I take that as a compliment. It doesn't bother me. It is what it is. But no, I've never had that done. So yeah. Please let us know your skincare routine. Now, back in December, I actually uploaded my most recent morning and nighttime skincare routines. So if you haven't seen the videos yet, or you would like to refer back to it, I will leave those videos below for you. I'm not going to share what my routine is verbally because really nothing has changed much since I uploaded back in December. So it will be a great video to refer to because I do share the LED light therapy mask that I am currently using, especially in my morning routine, and then all of the other products that I like to use on a weekly basis. But if my skincare routines change, I will definitely upload an updated version. Are copper peptides really worth the hype, or would you prefer a multi-peptide serum? Copper peptides is definitely worth the hype, and I much prefer to use copper peptides than just a regular peptide serum because copper peptides can help to stimulate new collagen. They have wound healing properties to them, and they can also help to firm up the skin and address signs of aging. But a regular peptide serum can do all of that as well. It can help to address signs of aging and to firm up the skin. But I've been using copper peptides since the beginning of 22, and I've been very consistent since then. I have taken a break from vitamin C, and I've been using copper peptides pretty much since the beginning of 22. Now, once in a while, I will use a vitamin C serum because I still love using vitamin C, but I had seen such a big difference with my skin with copper peptides that I just continued on with it. So I noticed that my skin was a lot more firm. It had more of that tighter feel to it, and I could just tell an overall difference with how my skin looked. So I just kept on using it because really, I see the biggest difference with copper peptides versus just a regular peptide serum. So I have two favorites. I do have multiple favorites, but I have two that I go back and forth with all the time. I will leave those two products below for you. I love the Ordinary Buffet plus Copper Peptides 1%, and I also like the Niod Copper Amino White Slate Serum. Now, both of these serums contain peptides, but they also contain that additional copper peptide ingredient. So it's almost like you're using that cocktail formulation. Hence buffet, right? There's all of these ingredients in one to really help address signs of aging and to hydrate and plump the skin. And the same with Niod. That one has peptides, but it also has that additional copper peptide ingredient. And I just love those two serums so much. But if someone were to use just a regular peptide serum and you're consistent with it, you will see results, especially with consistency. I sure did. Like before copper peptides, I was using the Ordinary Matrixyl, the Ordinary Argireline, several years ago, and I was using it a lot, and I did see a difference with my skin. So they can be beneficial, but that copper ingredient, I'm telling you, it just boosts your skincare routine, and I think you'll see results too. I really hope you do. I don't want to say that because I don't know. We're all different, but I really saw the biggest difference with copper, and yes, it's definitely worth the hype. Do you suffer a lot from breakouts? I'm 52 and I suffer like a teenager. Your skin looks flawless. Well, thank you very much. Now, my skin is far from perfect. Honestly, there's no such thing as perfect. And yes, I still do experience breakouts. So I do get hormonal breakouts once in a while, but I do break out just because. And I never really suffered like crazy with acne growing up. Actually, all through high school, I really didn't break out at all. Sure, I might have the odd one here and there, especially like cystic acne on my chin, but honestly, when I got into college, I started breaking out more then than I was in high school. So that was really strange. But yes, I still do break out once in a while and I do need to be careful. So tretinoin is one of the best products that I started using. Now, I wanted it more so for fine lines, for premature, for prevention, but also I went on it because of acne. A lot of people go on tretinoin for their acne journey and some people go on different urine as well. So tretinoin has honestly dramatically cleared up my skin. Also using niacinamide has really helped as well because it can also control excessive oil. I have combination skin, so I don't necessarily have oily skin all over, but in my T-zone, my chin gets quite oily, especially during the warmer months. So I do feel like niacinamide helps a lot to reduce on that. And also, what else do I use? Azelaic acid. That is another product that has dramatically improved my skin in terms of preventing breakouts. A lot of people with acne can go on that, and if you have redness, rosacea, azelaic acid can be wonderful as well. So I actually use azelaic acid with my tretinoin in my nighttime skincare routine. Again, you will see that in my updated routine, which I will link below for you. And since incorporating azelaic acid with my tretinoin, honestly, I feel like I never break out. Now watch me break out. Knock on wood. Watch me break out now. I still will, but not like I was before. Like, my skin has definitely cleared up, and I recommend looking into azelaic acid, niacinamide, salicylic acid, or even tretinoin or retinol, because these can be wonderful for those that have acne-prone skin. Have you used the azelaic acid up under your eyes? I do it in the PM after tretinoin, and it seems to make it less puffy. That's really interesting, and no, I've actually never tried azelaic acid around the eyes, nor have I tried glycolic, salicylic acid, lactic acid for that matter. I can't even use tretinoin directly underneath my eyes because my under eyes get really dry and flaky when I'm using active ingredients. Now, I do use eye serums and eye creams that contain active ingredients, and I much prefer to use those because these eye products are designed for the delicate skin around the eyes. The concentrations of those actives are not as high, they're not as strong as the face products that we use all over the face and the neck. But I mean, if you can use your face products underneath your eyes without irritation and you're seeing results, then that is good. Keep doing what is working. I've just never thought to use azelaic acid underneath my eyes because I just feel like it might be too irritating, and I do experience a lot of flakiness in the inner corner of my eye, even when I'm using tretinoin. So when I'm using tretinoin, I do put it around the orbital bone, and then I grab an eye cream or a face moisturizer and I put a little bit on top of that tretinoin, and then I spread it around just a little bit just to treat the skin around the eyes. And if I do that too many days in a row, I will get really flaky and dry in the inner corner. So I'm just too nervous to use my face direct acids underneath my eyes, but I'm really glad that it works for you because that's my main concern. I wake up puffy every morning, and that's really interesting to know that azelaic acid helps to decrease on that puffiness. Do you do any chemical peels, and what has been your experience? You know what? I've never had a chemical peel, especially a professional in-office treatment. I've never had it done. I guess I felt like I never needed it. If I had a lot of texture, a lot of discoloration, a lot of dark spots, I would most likely consider getting one done. I would want to do my research and make sure that where I'm going, they are certified, they know what they're doing. I would also want a second opinion from maybe my dermatologist. I would want to make sure that my skin type and the skin concerns that I have would benefit with a chemical peel. I would just want to do my research and just be really cautious before I made that decision. But when I have issues with texture, or let's say I need my skin to be bright and it's dull, I will use products at home to help with this. So I will use the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial. That one has AHAs and BHA. I will sometimes use the Paula's Choice AHA plus BHA. These are at higher concentrations. These are a leave-on for 10 minutes, rinse off your face, something that you might want to do once a week or once every couple of weeks. And these really do improve your skin. And I see a big difference when I use it. I don't use them enough. I probably do it maybe once a month, but I much prefer to use something like that than an in-office chemical peel. I don't know. I'm leery with that. I've heard a lot of horror stories, but then I've heard a lot of positive stories as well. You know, I've heard stories where you get a chemical burn, then of course it can cause scarring, and then I heard that it's the best thing you can ever do and the skin is dramatically improved. So again, no, I've never had it done, but I would want to make sure that I was well educated and I would want to do my research on where to have it done just to be on the safe side. Did you try Tula products? What do you think about it? Also, what do you think about Vichy sunscreen? So first of all, I've never tried anything from Tula. I have never purchased or tried anything from this brand before. I don't really have a reason, to be honest with you, other than I've just never really got into it. I never took an interest in researching about this brand, looking at the ingredients. I know a lot of people love it, but I don't know. I just never thought to venture out and try it. I think I did look at one product before, and it was the eye balm, something that you just apply underneath your eyes, and I wasn't too impressed with the ingredient list. I do believe there was like menthol in it that will give you that cooling sensation, and in my opinion, menthol doesn't really belong in skincare. It doesn't really give any type of benefit other than that cooling sensation. So when I saw that, I just thought, no, I don't really want to purchase that. And then I just never really looked at anything else from this brand, to be honest with you. Now, if they ever sent me some products, yeah, I would look into it, I would try it, but I don't really have an interest in purchasing anything from this brand, to be honest with you. And what do you think about Vichy sunscreen? I think that they have some lovely options. I haven't tried too many from Vichy. I really like La Roche-Posay, but Vichy does have some wonderful formulations, and I think it's a great brand to look into, especially for sunscreen. I care for wrinkles and dark under eyes. So yes, I do have a few options that I can provide you here, but back in December, I believe, maybe it was late November, I did share my favorite eye serums and eye creams, and those products do address puffiness, dark circles, and fine lines. So if you'd like to see those videos, I will leave them below for you. But these three products are no, there's two products in those videos. This one is fairly new. So this is the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Eye Serum. I did review this not long ago, so if you want to see that video, I will also leave it below for you. This has 4 peptides, it has caffeine, it also has niacinamide. So this will help with dark circles, but also address signs of aging. It's super lightweight. I've been using this every day, twice a day, and it's fabulous. And I don't get dry under eyes with this. My skin remains hydrated, and I really like that. So that is the most affordable one that I'm going to be mentioning. This one is the Dr. Dennis Gross Advanced Retinol Plus Ferulic Triple Correction Eye Serum. So this has retinol, bakuchiol. This also has salicylic acid, mandelic acid, and glycolic acid. So these are going to help keep everything smooth and bright. If you're someone with crepey skin, this is wonderful. Also, this helps to gently exfoliate. So if you're prone to milia, this can prevent milia and also remove milia as well. And from my experience, this does the job well for milia, and I love it. This is amazing, and I use this at nighttime. The next one that I love is the NIOD Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. So this is full of peptides, but there's also a lot of antioxidants in here, and this is great for dark circles, puffiness, and to address signs of aging. And this one is lovely. I will sometimes use this twice a day, and I really love the way that it applies to the skin. It's very, very hydrating, and I find that this helps to depuff a lot in my morning routine. So if I wake up super puffy, this is generally the eye serum that I use because it just works so well. So I will link up some other options below for you, and check out those 2 videos because if you're into eye creams, you will find that video very helpful. And I think this is going to be the last question for this video. And this question is, do you ever mess up your skin barrier? Overdo it with acids, and what do you use to heal? I over exfoliate. Oh my gosh, yes. I have over exfoliated, I have overdid it with retinol, tretinoin. I have compromised my skin barrier many times in the past, and sometimes I still do. So sometimes I get too carried away with products, or let's say I'm trying something new and then all of a sudden my skin reacts to it, and then of course I get dryness, tightness, and then my skin feels itchy, it feels burning. These are all examples of a compromised skin barrier. So when this happens, I like to stop all actives. I don't use anything that is harsh and irritating on my skin. So I stop using tretinoin, retinol, copper peptides. I stop all direct acids like lactic acid, vitamin C, all of these things. And I just keep my routine simple with products that moisturize and repair the skin barrier. So I do have several products in my collection that I like to use depending on how I feel. But these 3 products here are my favorites. So I really love the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. This is exceptional when your skin is dry, it has that itch to it. This has 5% panthenol. It also has metacascoside, it has shea butter, and this is amazing. And I use this in my nighttime skincare routine, but you can also use it in the morning as well if you wish to. And recently I actually uploaded my favorite skin repairing products. So I will leave that video below for you because I do mention other products that I am not mentioning right now, but this is one of those products that I did mention in that video, and this is fabulous. I also really love the Ceramide Barrier Serum by Coco Kind. This has that nice milkiness to it, and it really helps to repair that skin barrier with the ceramides. It's also very hydrating. It just feels so comfortable on the skin, and you can use this every day, twice a day, and this works like a dream. And the other product that I really love is the Niod Modulating Glucosides. So this also has that milky texture, but this is a lot thicker in texture. So I'm actually almost done this, but it just has that milkiness. And this is one of the only products that gives me instant relief. If my skin is itchy, it feels burning, it's super tight, and it just needs that hydration, this is the serum that I reach for. And then I pair it up with this, and this pairing is amazing for a damaged skin barrier. This serum is seriously life-changing. So it's good to have on hand in case you need it, but also if you're someone that uses exfoliating acids a lot or just active ingredients and you want to try and prevent irritation that can happen a few days later, pair this up with your actives. You can definitely do that, and it does help to tame down any dryness that can occur a few days later. But these are the three that I really do recommend, but if you want other options, check out that video, which of course I will leave below for you. So that completes today's Q&A. Thank you so much for submitting your questions, and I do apologize if I didn't answer yours, but I will film a part 2 if you guys want to see it. So please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and also letting me know in the comments below. Keep an eye on my community tab here on YouTube because I do share a lot of information over there as well from time to time. So if there is a skincare sale that just started or a new skincare launch, skincare news, or just something that I want you to know, you can always find additional information over on that tab. And that's actually where I will open up the comment section for you to submit your questions again. So keep an eye over there. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Thank you again for your support. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. So take care, and I will see you all then. Bye guys.